Satou Sabally stirs the pot in the WNBA world, hinting that she may want to team up with none other than Caitlin Clark on the Indiana Fever.
So it's a lot of movement for me this offseason. The decision to change teams. Yeah, so I'll be a free agent this year.
This revelation has sent waves across the league, raising the Fever's profile as a team that's no longer just aiming to compete, but ready to contend. Imagine a future where Sabally, with her dynamic versatility, joins forces with Clark and Indiana's young core. Could this combination finally elevate the Fever to championship status? Stick with us as we dive into every reason why this potential signing could reshape the Fever and possibly the WNBA landscape.
I see a lot of players wanting to go, in this offseason, a lot of players are going to want to go to the Fever.
The Indiana Fever's offseason has already been a whirlwind of possibilities, but the rumor mill has been set ablaze by the idea of Sabally joining the Fever's roster. With the Fever eyeing a new future under visionary leadership, this offseason could be their most pivotal one yet.
Are you in a position where you can add some pieces?
Yes, we are. We're definitely in a position, and I would think that if you are a smart basketball player and you watch the way she plays, you would want to play with her.
Adding to that buzz is Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation who's changing the game in every possible way. In today's video, we'll go deep into the Fever's new strategy, examining why adding Sabally could be the move that pushes them into true title contention. For those who may not have caught all the recent news, let's get you up to speed on the Fever's incredible momentum. New team president Kelly Krauskopf, general manager Amber Cox, and head coach Stephanie White have taken the reins, setting ambitious goals for this team. They've made it clear that they want the Fever to be more than just playoff hopefuls. They want a legitimate shot at the title.
This time it's very obvious. They need depth, they need defense, and they're trying to win right now. They cannot really bridge things any longer.
With $650,000 in cap space ready for January 2025, the Fever are looking to build around a promising core featuring Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Lexi Hull. Could Sabally be the final piece they need? At the heart of Indiana's strategy lies a dynamic core that already boasts promising synergy. Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell bring one of the most exciting backcourt duos the WNBA has seen in recent years.
We are at a point where we have an attractive group, we have a great organization, we can attract a few free agents to come here and bolster.
With Clark's visionary playmaking paired with Mitchell's electric scoring ability. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston has emerged as a dominant force in the paint, anchoring the Fever's defense and making a name as one of the most promising young bigs in the league. But what the Fever truly need now is a player who can bridge the gap between these stars, adding versatility, defense, and leadership. Enter Satou Sabally. Standing at 6'4" with the ability to guard multiple positions.
Here she is having
one of the most versatile players in the league. She has such soft touch on her jump shot.
Sabally would give the Fever a versatile forward with a rare mix of size, skill, and defensive prowess. Her ability to stretch the floor with an impressive three-point percentage, along with her athleticism and knack for playmaking, could allow her to blend perfectly with the Fever's core lineup. Sabally isn't just any player. Last season with the Dallas Wings, she averaged 179 points, 64 rebounds, and 0 assists per game, proving herself as one of the most complete players in the WNBA. Her capacity to play multiple roles on the court means that she could fill gaps on both ends, helping Indiana solve some of their most pressing weaknesses.
effective tonight. Williams slips the pass. Satou, get that egg out of our basket.
Imagine her working in tandem with Aaliyah Boston down low. Boston would hold down the post, while Sabally could stretch defenses with her perimeter shooting or attack the rim to create mismatches. This combination would make it difficult for any team to predict Indiana's offense, giving them a potent mix of interior strength and perimeter flexibility. Moreover, Sabally's playmaking ability allows her to function as a secondary facilitator, taking some of the ball handling burden off Clark and Mitchell. This could help the Fever maintain an up-tempo offense, catching defenses off guard and creating high-percentage scoring opportunities. Aside from her technical skills, Sabally's leadership and tenacity make her a valuable asset.
Dallas needed a little bit of juice, a little bit of energy right there. Thank you for that, Satou.
She's a player who steps up in high-stakes situations, as demonstrated during her Most Improved Player campaign and the Dallas Wings 2023 playoff run. With Indiana still shaping its identity, adding a player with playoff experience and a competitive edge like Sabally's could be transformative.
Be a free agent this year, and oh my god, I feel like this is just super exciting. So
Caitlin Clark, known for her own drive and leadership, would benefit from Sabally's presence as an experienced mentor. The two of them together could set a tone of resilience and competitiveness, motivating the entire roster to rise to championship-level intensity.
there were way too many Caitlin fans, and I heard but like, it's just kudos because.
And as a player who thrives under pressure, Sabally's influence could push Indiana to new heights in the postseason. The rumors linking Sabally to Indiana are more than just wishful thinking. Sabally herself has dropped hints, from cryptic social media activity to offhand comments about exploring new opportunities. Her recent TikTok post about the
It's amazing to see so many people in women's basketball jerseys. It's amazing to see the excitement and the joy that comes out of it.
decision to change teams has only fueled speculation, particularly after she liked multiple posts from Fever fans expressing their hope for her to join Clark beyond social media. Sabally has Beyond social media, Sabally has also been vocal about her respect for Caitlin Clark's game and the Fever's ambitious rebuild. This mutual admiration could create a powerful dynamic on the court, with each player pushing the other to be their best. For Sabally, Indiana might represent a fresh start with a team hungry for success.
Caitlin is an amazing generational talent, and she's going to do amazing things. Caitlin is the face right now, and that's also good. She's selling out gyms.
Aligning perfectly with her own aspirations for a championship. While Sabally is the Fever's top target, Indiana isn't putting all their eggs in one basket. Should negotiations fall through, the Fever are also eyeing other strong contenders who could still help elevate their game. One notable backup option is Gabby Williams.
You hate against that. We had a sold-out home opener. I think it was a practice game, like it wasn't even serious. We benefited from that because now we have all our fans there.
A versatile forward known for her defense, agility, and court IQ. Though not as tall as Sabally, Williams could offer a defensive presence and athleticism that aligns well with Indiana's needs. Williams' ability to guard multiple positions and disrupt passing lanes would make her a valuable addition to Indiana's defensive strategy. Her scoring and playmaking abilities, though more modest, would still provide depth and resilience. This way, the Fever would have options to keep moving forward with a competitive edge, regardless of where Sabally ultimately lands. Adding Sabally to the Fever's lineup,
And they're excited, and you have new people coming into a market. She is her own economy, and that is amazing because she's the reflection of what should happen.
would instantly transform Indiana's strategy on both ends of the floor. Offensively, her shooting range would open up lanes for Clark and Mitchell to drive and score, while Boston could clean up second-chance points in the paint. This combination would make Indiana's offense one of the most versatile in the league, able to score from inside, outside, and everywhere in between. On defense, Sabally's ability to guard multiple positions would allow Indiana to switch on screens seamlessly, covering perimeter shooters and protecting the rim.
Quality depth is going to be important. You know, when you have a core three like we have, surrounding them with players who are going to, fill the roles.
This flexibility would make the Fever tougher to score against, especially in the playoffs when defense becomes paramount. Sabally's arrival would do more than just elevate the Fever's gameplay. It would also signal a new era for the franchise off the court. Her star power and leadership would likely attract more fans, boosting ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and overall visibility for the Fever. Her presence could also make Indiana a more appealing destination for future free agents, creating a culture of success that could sustain the Fever's rise in the WNBA.
Certainly, first and foremost, who are going to embrace the roles, secondly, and who give us the best opportunities for success by complementing what they do really, really well.
What makes this offseason particularly significant is the potential for Indiana to build a team capable of sustained success. While many teams focus on acquiring a star or two, Indiana's approach has been more holistic, aiming to build a balanced roster with depth and versatility. This is a team that is thinking not just about the upcoming season, but about creating a foundation for years to come. With Caitlin Clark,
It's a place where players can come and get better and be surrounded by an organization that supports you They're going to have everything they need to be successful.
Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston under contract, the Fever have a strong core of young players who can grow together. Each of these players brings unique skills that complement each other, and adding Sabally to this mix would only amplify their potential. Clark's creativity and basketball IQ, Mitchell's scoring prowess, and Boston's dominance in the post would give Indiana multiple ways to attack opponents.
So you like being a two-way player? Like, you like playing both ends?
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has that always been like that?
While Sabally's all-around game would bring cohesion to the roster. This approach could allow the Fever to compete for championships over the next several seasons, rather than being a one-and-done contender. By building around a core of young, talented players, Indiana is setting itself up to be a force in the WNBA for the foreseeable future. This offseason will be remembered as the turning point that set the stage for a new era of Fever basketball.
No.
Well, so it's new. You just started to enjoy defense.
Yeah. I feel like I just enjoyed it.
An era that could bring multiple championships to Indiana. The Fever's offseason moves have implications that go beyond just their own success. If Indiana is able to transform from a rebuilding team to a championship contender, it could serve as a model for other franchises. In a league where super teams have dominated recent years, Indiana's approach offers an alternative blueprint, building patiently, investing in young talent, and developing a balanced roster rather than simply accumulating star power.
What I love doing, that's what I did all those years, was finding ways to add another player to our roster that's going to impact us and help us get better. So.
Indiana's rise would also add a new level of competition to the WNBA, making the league more unpredictable and exciting. Teams like the Las Vegas Aces and New York Liberty, with their stacked lineups, have set the standard in recent years, but the Fever's approach could challenge that paradigm. Instead of relying on free agency to build a contender, Indiana's front office has prioritized drafting and developing young players, creating a roster with a unique blend of youth, experience, and versatility. Moreover, Indiana's success could inspire other franchises to invest more in their own development programs and draft strategies, potentially leading to a more balanced and competitive league overall. For fans, this would mean more parity, more unpredictable outcomes, and a more dynamic league with multiple teams vying for the championship. The stakes for Fever fans and the Indiana community. For Fever fans, this offseason is a long-awaited moment of hope. After years of struggle and rebuilding, fans are finally seeing a team that not only has talent, but also a clear vision for success. Fever fans have been incredibly loyal, supporting the team through ups and downs, and now they have a reason to believe that their patience is paying off. Adding Sabally would be a reward for that loyalty, giving fans a team they can be proud of and excited to support. It would also help to galvanize the local community, attracting new fans and building a stronger connection between the team and its supporters. A successful Fever team could have a ripple effect in Indiana, inspiring young athletes, boosting attendance at games, and raising the profile of women's basketball in the region. The Fever's success could also help to build a larger fan base for the WNBA as a whole. As more fans tune in to watch Indiana's exciting style of play and root for players like Clark, Mitchell, Boston, and potentially Sabally, it could lead to increased interest in the league and contribute to the WNBA's growth. Of course, there's no guarantee that Sabally will choose Indiana. If she decides to stay with Dallas or join another team, the Fever will still have plenty of options and opportunities. Indiana has a strong foundation in place, and they have been proactive in exploring alternative signings. Players like Gabby Williams, as well as other emerging free agents, could provide valuable depth and versatility. If Sabally doesn't sign, Indiana could continue to build its roster strategically, focusing on adding players who fit the team's identity and long-term vision. While missing out on Sabally would be a setback, the Fever's overall trajectory would remain positive. This offseason would still be a defining chapter in the franchise's history, as Indiana has already made significant strides toward becoming a contender.